Hey everyone, this is Ryan, and welcome back to Unlocked English, the podcast where we make English simple, real, and part of your daily life. Today, we're talking about a problem that almost every English learner faces. You can understand English when you listen. You watch movies, YouTube videos, or podcasts, and you get most of it. But when it's time to speak, your mind goes blank. You know the words, you understand everything, but nothing comes out. Sound familiar? Don't worry, you're not alone. In fact, it's one of the most common struggles for English learners around the world. In this episode, I'll explain why this happens and, more importantly, how to fix it. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly what's blocking your speaking and what to do to finally start speaking English naturally and confidently. So grab your coffee, relax, and let's unlock your English. Part 1. The big question. Let's start with this. If you can understand English, it means your brain already knows a lot. You know the vocabulary. You understand grammar. You can follow conversations. So, why can't you speak? Here is the truth. Understanding and speaking are two different skills. Understanding English is a passive skill. You receive the language. Speaking English is an active skill. You produce the language. Your brain doesn't automatically switch from one to the other. Just because you understand doesn't mean you can produce. It's like watching someone play guitar for years. You know the chords, the rhythm, and even the song. But if you've never picked up a guitar yourself, you won't be able to play. The same thing happens with English. You've listened and studied, but you haven't trained the speaking muscle yet. Why you understand but can't speak? There are a few main reasons why this happens. Let's break them down one by one. Reason 1. You've focused too much on input. Most English learners spend years listening, reading, and watching. That's good. But it's only half of the process. If you only listen, your brain becomes great at understanding, but it doesn't practice output. It's like filling your mind with words, but never using them. You understand everything passively, but when you try to speak, your brain freezes because it's not used to sending words out. You've trained your ears, but not your mouth. Reason 2. You're afraid of making mistakes. There is a big one. You understand English in your head, but when it's time to speak, you start thinking, what if I say it's wrong? What if people laughed at me? What if my grammar is bad? And just like that, fear blocks your mouth. You don't speak because you're trying to be perfect. But guess what? Fluent people are not perfect. They just speak. Making mistakes is part of the process. Nobody ever become fluent by staying silent. Remember, it is better to speak with mistakes than to stay silent with perfect grammar. Reason 3. You think too much in your native language. This is another common reason. When you listen, your brain understands English directly. But when you want to speak, you translate every word in your head. That translation slows you down a lot. For example, you want to say, I had a great weekend. But in your head, you first think of it in your own language, then try to find each English word. By the time you're ready, the moment is gone. To speak naturally, you need to think in English, not translate. We actually talked about this in episode 1, how to think in English. That's exactly why it's so important. Reason 4. You haven't built speaking habits. Speaking English is not a one-time thing, it's a habit. If you don't use it, you lose it. It's like going to the gym. You can watch hundreds of fitness videos, but your muscles won't grow unless you actually exercise. The same goes for English. You can listen to podcasts, watch movies, study vocabulary, but if you don't speak, you're not training your speaking muscles. You need daily contact with English, not just listening, but talking. What you can do to fix it. Okay, so now you know why it happens. Let's talk about how to fix it, step by step. Step 1. Start shadowing every day. Shadowing is one of the best ways to turn passive knowledge into active speaking. Here is how to do it. Choose a short video or podcast like this one. Listen carefully. Repeat what you hear immediately with the same rhythm and tone. Don't worry if it's not perfect. The goal is to train your brain and mouth to work together. Start with a slow English shadowing and then increase the speed over time. Even 5 minutes a day can make a huge difference. Step 2. Talk to yourself in English. Yes, talk to yourself. It might sound funny, but it works. Describe your day. I'm making coffee. I have a meeting soon. I'm feeling tired, but I'll be okay. These small sentences help you build fluency naturally. When you think in English and speak it out loud, you connect your thoughts and words automatically. That's how you train the speaking pathway in your brain. Step 3. Record your voice. Recording is powerful because it helps you see your progress. Pick a topic, like my weekend or my favorite movie. Speak for 1 minute and record yourself. Then listen to it. At first, you'll notice your mistakes. That's okay. But as you continue, you'll start hearing improvement. You'll sound more confident, more natural, and more fluent. Listening to yourself is like looking in the mirror. It helps you improve faster. Step 4. Use English with people. You don't need native speakers to practice. You just need someone. Find a speaking partner online, join an English club, or use language exchange apps. The goal is not perfection, it's communication. The more you speak, the more comfortable you become. And remember, fluency grows through real conversations, not perfect sentences. Step 5. Stop judging yourself. You don't need to sound like a native speaker. You don't need to have perfect pronunciation. You just need to express yourself. The moment you stop judging your English, you'll start speaking more freely. When you speak with confidence, people will focus on your message, not your mistakes. The mindset shift. Now let's talk about your mindset. You need to change one belief. I can understand English, but I can't speak. That's not true. You can speak. You just haven't practiced enough speaking yet. You already have the knowledge. You just need to activate it. Every time you listen, try to repeat. Every time you learn a new word, use it in a sentence. Every time you hear a phrase, imagine yourself saying it. Fluency isn't about how much you know. It's about how much you use what you know. Let's make a plan. Here is a simple daily plan to move from understanding to speaking. For example, morning. Shadow 5 minutes of English audio. Repeat after it. Afternoon. Talk to yourself about what you did in the morning. For example, I woke up early, I made breakfast, I listened to the podcast. Evening. Record yourself speaking for 1 minute. Topic idea, something I learned today. That's it, just 15 minutes total. But if you do it every day, your brain will start switching from understanding to speaking. And remember, consistency beats everything. Common mistakes to avoid. Don't wait until you feel ready. You'll never feel ready. Start today. Don't study too many words at once. Focus on the ones you can actually use. Don't be afraid of your accent. Your accent is your identity. Be proud of it. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone's journey is different. Focus on your progress. Here is the truth. You don't have a speaking problem. You have a practice problem. You already have the English inside you. You just need to unlock it. Every time you speak, even if it's not perfect, you're telling your brain, hey, I can do this. And slowly, your brain starts believing it. Then one day, you'll start speaking automatically, without translating, without fear, without hesitation. That's fluency. So, my friends, that's it for today's episode. Why you understand English but can't speak it. Remember, understanding is passive. Speaking is active. You need to train your mouth, not just your ears. Start today. Shadow, speak, record, repeat. That's how you unlock your English. Thank you for listening to Unlocked English. If you found this helpful, please subscribe, share it with a friend, and tell me in the comments what stops you from speaking English confidently. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep unlocking your English. Bye for now.